In order to manage your focus, you first need to do the opposite, which is manage and remove your distractions. Once you've removed all your distractions, all that's left is focus. And so managing your distractions is a skill you can learn. And once I learned the skill, I stopped spending 3 hours a day looking at my phone. I was spending 3 hours every single day looking at a piece of glass and metal. Over 10 years, that was a whole year of my life. And once I learned the skill of removing my distractions, I was able to learn the skill of focus and sit down and do 3 hours of deep work every single day. And if you want to join a community of other people removing their distractions and learning the skill of deep work, scroll down the description and click the first link right now. Because right now, the skill of being able to do deep work is in low supply because everyone's attention span is completely ruined. They're addicted to their phone, addicted to social media. They can't sit down and focus for 2 minutes. So it's a skill with low supply, but it's always in demand, which makes it extremely valuable. And if you want to learn the most valuable skill and join a community of other people learning the most valuable skill in today's day and age, scroll down to the description and click the first link right now. Now, when it comes to managing your focus, there are 5 main steps that we have to go through in order to remove all our distractions and become extremely focused. And the first step is eliminating your distractions. Once you've eliminated your distractions, then you need to figure out what do you focus on. There's no more distractions and there's just focus left, but where do you actually direct that focus? And then once you've figured out where to direct your focus, we need to figure out how can we prioritize doing that focused work. And how can you do it for longer? And how can we improve it? And once you've done those 5 things, we're going to go through the whole full plan of action of exactly what you can do step by step. So the first step is eliminating distractions. And the opposite of focus is distraction. In order to manage our focus, we first need to remove as many distractions as we can. So then we're basically resetting to baseline. And once there's no distractions left, all that's left is focus. And then we've got to figure out where do we direct the focus. And so most people can't focus because of death by 1,000 cuts. This is where there's so many micro distractions causing them to have an inability to actually focus because they've just got so many distractions in their environment, they can't focus. So this is your phone, your laptop, computer, social media, all these little distractions add up during the day, making you unable to actually sit down and focus. So what we want to do is actually figure out what are the types of distractions. There are physical distractions, there are mental distractions, and there are time distractions. And what you want to do is list out all these distractions. You're going to have a long list. Just figure out during your day, track your time. Figure out, are there any tasks that you're doing that are just soaking and destroying and taking away so much of your time? They're distracting you from doing your priority work. That's your time distractions. Then think about what are your mental distractions. These are the things that you're thinking about all the time. They're taking up so much space in your mind. You need to clear them out. They're open loops that you need closing. And then once you've done that, list out all your physical distractions. These are the things in your environment. What's on your phone? What's on your computer? What's in your room? All these things, little things that add up and they're distracting you. So list them all out and then figure out how can you actually get rid of these, as many as you can, so you're no longer left with any distractions. Once you've done that and you've eliminated all your distractions, we then got to figure out what do we focus on. So now we've set our baseline to a higher level. We're at baseline, just 0. No longer got any distractions. We've got focus, but we've got nowhere to direct the focus. So what we need to do is set clear goals. Use the GPS framework. So goals, plans, systems. Figure out what do you want. That's the goals, the plan, how you're going to get it, and the systems is how you're going to make sure you keep doing the actions to get what you want. And having a clear, specific goal helps with clarity on what to prioritize. This is just where we actually direct our focus. And also helps with when these distractions come out, knowing that we can eliminate them because they're not relevant to our goals. And so that's what having clear focus does. And that's what having a clear goal helps with in terms of improving and managing your focus. Once you've done that, we then can go to step 3, which is prioritizing focus. So we figured out what we want and how we're going to get there. Then you've got to actually do the things to get you towards your goals. And that's by allocating specific time blocks for deep work and shallow work. You know, most people think that, I'm going to want to achieve this goal, so I'm going to watch a course on it. Watching a course is shallow work. Actually doing the actions are deep work. So if you only had 2 hours a day, every single day, but you could only do one thing in that 2 hours to work towards your goal, what would you do? And then by figuring that out, you actually eliminate so many shallow work tasks. And you just figure out what's the one priority task that I need to get done, and then allocate specific time blocks during the day to get it done. And so during your deep work periods, focus solely on the important task. Don't distract yourself with the shallow work tasks. You can do them later in the day. So what you need to do for that is create a routine. Use a timer and calendar to keep yourself accountable. So get out your calendar and actually put in the calendar, what's the priority task I've got to do? Do it first thing in the morning. Make sure you've got a time blocked out in your calendar to do that focused work. And then use a timer. When it comes time to actually do the work, get out a timer, put it on, and which actually helps you start taking action. And you also, if you set a deadline, I'm going to get this done within 2-3 hours, you've got an actual sense of urgency to complete the task. So once you've figured out what's the priority task and you're actually prioritizing it, and you're in the middle of doing that deep work session, what you got to remember also is to have breaks. Your brain needs rest to maintain high levels of focus, just like an athlete. When an athlete goes into a game, they might have a 90-minute match like a soccer player, but halfway through the match, they've got the match will go for 45 minutes, and then they'll have a halftime break, and they'll have another 45 minutes. They can't maintain that high level of output for the whole 90 minutes, so they give them a break halfway through to get their energy back and reset. Same thing for deep workers. To manage your focus, you need to use techniques like the 90-10 rule, where you work for 90 minutes, have a 10-minute break, and go for another 90 minutes, just to recharge your batteries so you can maintain high levels of focus throughout that session and get more work done. And once you've actually prioritized your task, you're doing it, and you're having rest breaks in between to maintain your high levels of focus, the last thing you can do is practice your focus. Because in order to manage your focus, you first need to have the skill of focus, and we can improve the skill of focus by practicing it. So things like meditation can help you train your mind to refocus. So when you're sitting down and you're thinking and you're trying to meditate, most people say, I can't think of this, I can't manage my thoughts. I just keep getting these intrusive thoughts and I can't focus when I'm meditating, so I'm not good at it. Well, that's the whole point of meditation. Meditation is a refocusing skill where you sit down, you try and focus on your breath, and when those random thoughts come into your mind, you refocus on your breath. You refocus continuously, and you're improving your refocusing skill. So when it comes time to actually doing the work, and those random thoughts are going to come up when you're doing deep work, you've got the skill to refocus yourself and keep on track to do the deep work. So spending a few minutes each day practicing meditation will enhance your concentration and improve your refocusing skill. Now you're probably thinking right now, well, I don't know where to start. Well, it starts with eliminating your distractions. You can't focus because you've got too many distractions. So if you can manage your distractions, you can start improving and managing your focus. So that's where you can start. And if you can't focus for long periods of time, it comes from a limiting belief. If you can sit down and watch a movie for 3 hours, you can sit down and work for 3 hours. So you've got the skill, you just haven't placed the skill in the right vehicles. And doing deep work is the right vehicle where you can practice improving focus skill. And if you think taking breaks will disrupt your work, well, an athlete doesn't think in a 90-minute game having a halftime break disrupts the flow of the game. They know it's a necessity to refocus, recharge, get their energy back, change their game plan, figure out what was working, what they can improve. All these little details that need to get changed. That's the point of the halftime break. When you're doing deep work, having a break won't disrupt your work. It'll enhance your ability to stay focused for longer periods of time. And if you're always getting distracted when meditating, think of it as a skill you can improve. Refocusing is a skill that is important, especially when all these distractions come up, especially the mental distractions, the thoughts that come up, the open loops. You need to have the ability to refocus when they come up, and that's what meditating improves. So your full plan of action for this video is to first eliminate distractions. I list them all out. What are the physical, mental, and time distractions in your life, and then remove as many of them as you can. Once you've done that, set a clear goal. Because you've reset your baseline level of focus, there's no more distractions. You've got to actually target your focus somewhere. And that's by setting specific goals. So define what you want, how you're going to get it, and what you're going to do to make sure you stay consistent. The goals, plan, and system framework. And then use time blocks. Get out your calendar, set a timer as well, and do the work you know you need to do. And take regular breaks as well. Follow the 90-minute cycle where you do 90 minutes of work and 10 minutes of rest, and then 90 minutes of work again. And practice meditation by spending a few minutes each day practicing your refocus skill. And once you do these things, you will be able to not just manage your distractions, but effortlessly manage your focus. And it's a skill you can enhance, especially if you know what to do. And if you want to join a community of other people, enhancing their ability to focus, learning one of the most valuable skills in today's day and age, which is being able to do deep work. Because right now, everyone is distracted. They can't manage their distractions. And if you can learn to manage your distractions, manage your focus, you're learning one of the most valuable skills in today's day and age. Because it's in low supply, but it's in demand, which makes it valuable. So if you want to join a community of other people, learning one of the most valuable skills in today's day and age, scroll down to the description and click the first link right now.